Title: How to Build a Strong Kitchen Counter. Complete step-by-step guide with cement, sand, and gravel. Welcome to this detailed guide on how to build a durable, long-lasting kitchen counter using traditional construction methods with cement, sand, and gravel. This method is widely used in many parts of the world for both indoor and outdoor kitchens due to its strength, durability, and resistance to moisture and heat. Whether you're building in a residential home, a commercial kitchen, or a backyard barbecue area, the techniques described here will help you build a solid foundation for years of use. Step 1. Planning the kitchen counter structure. Before starting construction, it's essential to plan the layout and dimensions of the kitchen counter. Consider the following: the length and width of the countertop, the height from the floor, standard is usually 90 centimeters or about 36 inches, the thickness of the slab, often between 5 to 10 centimeters, the placement of appliances such as sinks, stoves, or cutting areas, access to water lines, electrical conduits, or gas pipes. Mark the area with chalk lines or string to visualize the structure and ensure it aligns with the kitchen walls and utilities. Step 2. Gathering construction materials. Here are the essential materials needed to build the kitchen slab. Cement, the binding agent that holds the mixture together. Use Portland cement for strength and durability. Sand, fine aggregate that fills gaps between gravel and provides a smooth finish. Gravel, or crushed stone, coarse aggregate that provides strength and volume to the concrete mix. Steel reinforcement. Bars, rebar, provides tensile strength and prevents cracking. Water, activates the chemical reaction in the cement, allowing it to harden. Plywood or wooden boards, used for building the formwork or molds. Binding wire, for tying rebar into a grid. Plastic sheets or tarps, to protect the concrete while curing. Leveling tools and measuring tape. 2. Ensure everything is straight and level. Step 3. Preparing the foundation and formwork. Once you have your materials ready, it's time to build the formwork. Excavate or clear the area where the base of the kitchen counter will be installed. Make sure it's level too. Build a wooden frame, formwork, using plywood or timber. This form will contain the wet concrete and shape it while it sets. The formwork should match the desired dimensions of the counter. Apply oil or release agent inside the formwork so that it's easy to remove after the concrete has set. Step 4. Placing the steel reinforcement. Before pouring the concrete, you need to install steel reinforcement bars. Cut steel bars to size and create a grid pattern that fits inside the formwork. Tie the bars together using binding wire. Use small, concrete spacers or blocks to lift the steel grid slightly above the base. This ensures the steel sits inside the concrete and is not exposed to moisture. This reinforcement helps prevent cracks and adds significant structural strength to the slab. Step 5. Mixing the concrete. The correct ratio for a strong concrete mix is 1 part, cement 2 parts, sand 4 parts, gravel, water as needed. Usually around 0.5 part water for each part of cement. Mix the ingredients thoroughly, either manually in a wheelbarrow or using a concrete mixer. The goal is a homogeneous mixture with a workable consistency, not too wet and not too dry. Step 6. Pouring the concrete. Once your concrete is ready, pour the concrete mix into the formwork. Use a shovel or rod to spread it evenly and eliminate any air pockets. Use a straight piece of wood, screed, to level the surface by sliding it across the top of the formwork. Tap the sides of the formwork with a hammer to further remove air bubbles. Step 7. Smoothing the surface after leveling the concrete. Use a wooden float to smooth the surface. Once the surface starts to harden, use a steel trowel to make it even smoother, depending on the desired finish. If installing tiles, keep the surface slightly rough to help the adhesive bond later. Step 8. Curing the concrete proper. Curing is critical for strength. Cover the slab with plastic sheeting or keep it wet for at least 7 days. Spray it with water 2 to 3 times a day to prevent it from drying too quickly and cracking. Protect it from direct sunlight and wind. Step 9. Removing the formwork after the concrete has cured. Carefully remove the wooden formwork using a hammer and pry bar. Check for any imperfections or air holes and patch them with a cement slurry. Step 10. Finishing touches. At this stage, you can customize the counter, apply tiles, marble, or granite on top for an elegant finish. Create openings for sinks or cooktops using a grinder or concrete cutter. Paint or plaster the sides. Seal the surface with a concrete sealer to prevent stains and moisture. Construction tips. Always wear protective gear such as gloves, goggles, and a dust mask. Double-check measurements before cutting any materials. Make sure the rebar is properly tied and not exposed to air. Don't rush the curing process. Patience leads to stronger concrete. Consider adding additives or waterproofing agents for extra durability in humid kitchens. Final thoughts. Building. A kitchen counter with cement, sand, and gravel may seem labor-intensive, but it ensures unmatched strength and stability. With proper planning, the right materials, and attention to detail, you can create a custom kitchen structure that lasts for decades and supports heavy use. Whether you're working in a home kitchen or an outdoor cooking area, this method provides a solid foundation for all your culinary creations. This process is ideal for DIY enthusiasts, construction workers, masons, or anyone interested in traditional building methods. With time, effort, and care, you'll have a beautiful, rock-solid kitchen counter that becomes the centerpiece of your space. Part 2. Reinforcement, plumbing, electrical, finishing, and maintenance of a concrete kitchen counter. Welcome to Part 2 of our in-depth guide to building a solid and professional-grade kitchen counter using cement, sand, and gravel. In this section, we will take the construction further by addressing the interior structure, incorporating plumbing and electrical utilities, applying surface finishes like ceramic tiles or marble, installing waterproofing layers, and maintaining the counter over time. Let's begin by strengthening the concrete core and preparing it for daily kitchen use. Step 11. Additional reinforcements and load support. While the slab may appear complete after the initial concrete pour and curing, additional reinforcements can ensure long-term structural integrity. Consider these enhancements. Horizontal support beams. Use reinforced concrete beams under the slab, especially for counters exceeding 2 meters in length, to prevent sagging. Vertical columns or masonry walls. These support the slab and also create storage space beneath the counter. You can use concrete blocks, bricks, or poured concrete. Bond beams or stirrups. These can be added at joint connections to tie the counter body with adjacent walls for added rigidity. This ensures that the kitchen counter can handle heavy kitchen equipment like ovens, stone countertops, and even embedded sinks. Step 12. Integrating plumbing fixtures. If your kitchen counter design includes a sink or dishwasher, now is the time to lay out plumbing lines. Use PVC or PPR pipes for cold and hot water supply. These should be installed before applying the final surface layer. Place drain pipes with appropriate slopes, usually 2% or 1/4 inch per foot, to avoid water accumulation. Embed the pipes inside the walls or under the concrete base, ensuring they are protected by conduits or insulation foam. Test for leaks by filling the pipes with water before sealing them within the structure. Also, plan for the installation of faucets, water filters, or even water heaters depending on the kitchen's complexity. Step 13. Electrical conduits and power access. A functional kitchen requires accessible electrical points. You might need outlets for electric stoves or cooktops, microwave ovens, blenders, and mixers. Lighting under cabinets. Use non-metallic conduits, PVC, to run electrical wires safely through the slab or adjacent walls. Always place conduit before pouring concrete or tiles. Leave access boxes, junction boxes, where switches or plugs will be installed. Use waterproof outlets for areas close to the sink. Ensure all electrical work complies with local building codes and is inspected by a licensed electrician when necessary. Step 14. Surface preparation for finishing. After all internal lines are completed and tested, you'll move to surface preparation. Use a grinder or rough sandpaper to smooth high spots. Fill in small holes or defects with cement paste. Apply a thin leveling screed, 1 to 2 centimeter thick, if the surface is uneven. If you plan to install ceramic tiles or marble, ensure the surface is slightly rough or use a bonding primer to help adhesion. Step 15. Installing ceramic tiles, marble, or granite. Now, for the most visible and aesthetic part of the kitchen counter, the surface finish. Choose between ceramic tiles, cost-effective, come in many colors and sizes, easy to replace. Porcelain tiles, denser and more water-resistant. Natural stone, marble or granite, offers elegance and durability. Installation. Process. Apply tile adhesive or thin-set mortar evenly using a notched trowel. Place the tiles or stone slabs carefully, using spacers to maintain even joints. Allow the adhesive to cure for 24 hours. Apply grout to fill the joints between tiles. Seal marble or granite with a waterproofing sealer to avoid stains. For corners and edges, use bullnose tiles or rounded profiles to prevent sharp and dangerous edges. Step 16. Waterproofing and sealing. A kitchen counter is frequently exposed to water, oils, and acids from cooking. Waterproofing is vital to ensure longevity. Use a liquid waterproof membrane or cement-based slurry before laying tiles or stone. For countertops with embedded sinks, apply silicone caulking around the edges to seal the gaps. If using porous stone, like marble, apply a stone sealer every 6 to 12 months to protect it from water and oil penetration. Step 17. Painting and decorating side surfaces. The vertical sides of the kitchen counter can be decorated based on your preference. Plaster and paint. Simple and effective. Use waterproof paint in kitchens. Tile cladding. Durable and easy to clean. Stone veneer or decorative bricks. For a rustic or luxurious look, use a primer before painting and always allow enough drying time between coats. Step 18. Installing. Cabinets and drawers. Optional. If you want to integrate storage under the slab, you can build blockwork partitions to create compartments, install aluminum